So over last almost 8 to 10 weeks, what we are doing is we are analyzing different marketing models, and we are connecting it with life situations. Okay, how we can use the same model to build strong relationship with people who are important in our life, people who really matter. And this is a new way of looking at all the marketing models of the world which are there. And surprisingly, most of these marketing models, they came into existence in 1960s. Most of them during that entire 60s, early 60s, then late 60s, but most of them came in those period only. So that is the time when there was some industrial revolution followed by automobile revolution, and all these new marketing models keep on coming up. So let me share my screen. And so we are having the 46th session today of this Tuesdays with Life Coach Pinaki, and I would precisely take you back to episode 37. Now, episode 37 is from where we started the core marketing game. We started playing the core marketing game, understanding the marketing concepts, different marketing models, and how we can use it in building strong relationship with people in our life. And when I talk about strong relationship, basically I talk about strong, trustworthy, profitable, long-term relationship. Okay, because that is the foundation of anything that you can think of. Okay, so we started with 37th session, which was on 20th May. So we almost got May, June, July, 2 months. 2 months. And it started with this session called 72 hours, the ideal time frame to convert any lead into a profitable deal. Okay, this was followed by you are the best marketing and salesperson you have ever met since your childhood. So I would strongly recommend you to listen to these videos. They are very, very powerful. Followed by marketing and sales strategies for personal growth and development. Like we are, if throughout the day we are doing some kind of marketing or some kind of sales anyway. The only thing is we are not aware of it. So the early we are aware of it, the early it is going to be beneficial for us. So take advantage of this. जितना जल्दी आप इन सब चीजों के बारे में जानेंगे, उतना जल्दी you can take control of those things in your life. So this was followed by secret code of AIDA, which is the first marketing model we discussed. Discover the art and science of how you market anything to yourself, like how actually you market to yourself. It's not about somebody else's marketing to you, how you market anything to yourself. It's a big discovery. This was followed by the Ansoff matrix, which was proposed by Igor Ansoff in 1960. Even large FMCG players follow it even today. This was followed by SWOT analysis. It's quite famous. Again, almost about 60 years, 65 years ago, it was there. I gave it a new twist, so you must watch it, where I said that weakness are not weakness. They're actually your strengths. The only thing is that you are not strong enough to take advantage of it. So you need improvement. And O is for opportunity and T is for threat. And I said T is not a threat. That is also an opportunity, but may not be for you. So it's always an opportunity. So are you aware of it? The moment you are aware of it, now we can take advantage of it. So I changed the whole thing SWOT into so what. It's like now this is where we are. This is our strength. This is the area where we are not strong enough. So we need to improve. And these are the opportunities for us, and these are the opportunities for somebody else. So what we can do now? So this brainchild of Albert Humphrey got a new twist after 65 years. So this is 2025. He proposed it in 1960, and I gave it a twist after 65 years. This was followed by the race model, which was a brainchild of Dr. Dave Shafe. This is a 4-step framework that calls for an intuitive success. It is a very powerful framework. बहुत simple है, लेकिन very powerful. This was followed by the hook model, which is a brainchild of a gentleman called Neil Yal. And this is again a 4-step framework which helps you build habit-forming desires. Imagine companies are using these techniques to build a habit in you. So they make sure, they want to ensure that you do certain things, you take their services, you stay glued to them. And to do that, they are using techniques to build a habit without without you being aware of it. But not even aware that they are playing their game to build this habit for you. And you also discover that this is exactly the same four-step framework which you followed since your childhood to build any habit that you have built so far. Okay. I had a wonderful presentation on this in last Friday's session in FELD. This was followed by the SOSTAC model, which is ideated by a gentleman called P.R. Smith. It's a six-step framework which helps create flexible tactical plans. Very powerful and very interesting. And this is where we are. And tonight I'm going to share some another marketing model, which is really, really exciting and interesting for you. I promise you, you know. So can we have all of you on the screen, on the camera, just for 1 minute so that I can take a picture? Romil, Shalin, do you mind coming on the camera? Brilliant. So you know what we have to do, right? Look at the camera, not on your screen. Keep your eyes wide open. Make sure they don't blink. And we'll count 1, 2, 3 together, and we'll freeze at 3 for a few seconds. All right. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Absolutely awesome. You know, I shared these pictures in the Tuesdays group. And I would strongly recommend you to see your old pictures also, that how you look and how you are evolving.
Yeah, or then and now.
Then and now. Brilliant. Okay. So what we are going to see today is again a marketing model which was proposed in the 60s only. So let me share my screen. Mhm. Cool. So all of you, can you see my screen?
Yeah, oh, great.
Brilliant. Anyway, this is I use in all my professional presentations. You are seeing it probably for the first time. And so this is who I am. Basically, I'm a certified NLP master practitioner from American Board of Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And it carries my certification number, which is N38849. And as of now, it is valid till 1st March 2026. So any program, any paid program that you do with me, the certificate that I issue carries this seal. So that is the power and validity of that certificate. Now, so model that we are going to discuss today is called perceptual mapping. Perceptual mapping. So for next 15 to 20 minutes, just make sure you are totally indistracted. Okay, no distraction. So here we go. What this model is all about, perpetual mapping. It's all about something which emerged in 1960s. Perceptual mapping is a technique which enables visually representing consumer perceptions of brands. Okay, so till date, whatever sessions I had with you, I never shared such presentation. I've only shared one slide. So tonight I'm sharing a presentation, the kind of presentation which I actually use in my business trainings. So this is a model which was emerged in 1960s, and it's a technique which enables visually representing consumer perceptions of brands. कोई भी brand का जो आपका perception है, I can get a sense of your perception of that brand using this technique. Okay. Marketing researchers Wendell R. Smith and Harry Beckwith, I always mention the name who proposed these models. They laid the foundation for this tool, which has since become crucial for understanding market dynamics and developing effective marketing strategies even today. Okay, if there is anything which is appearing complicated for you, any of these words, just don't get into the complication, but इतना समझ लो कि ये बहुत crucial है, बहुत powerful है, बहुत interesting है, बाकी बहुत simple है, and yet lot of big corporates, particularly the companies which are into FMCG, they are effectively using these marketing strategies even today, 65 years. Okay, perceptual maps help identify market segments, understand competitive landscapes, and guide brand positioning decisions. And you should always wait for the last thing, where I bring that twist and how you can apply this in developing strong relationship with people who matter to you most. And same process, same techniques, same steps that you can follow to build strong relationship with people who really matter to you. Because ultimately, it's all about building strong relationships. Even a company exists as long as the people of that company exist. All right. So perceptual maps help identify market segments, understand competitive landscapes, and guide brand positioning decisions. Perceptual mapping enables marketeers to visualize how their target customers perceive, how they feel and think about something. And what is that something? It is their brand. So all the brands that you are aware of, they have a brand manager behind all these brands, the big brands. And these are some of the techniques that they follow to ensure that how their brand is positioned and how people think and feel about it. That's why sometimes you see that the same brand, but their logo is changing. Probably that logo goes for a change over every 5 years. Yeah. So perceptual mapping enables marketers to visualize how their target customers perceive, that is, think and feel about their brand. Think and feel. This is all about neuro-linguistic programming. The words that they are using, the colors that they are using, the symbols that they are using to promote their brand, the advertising materials that they are using to promote their brand, they have only one intention: to figure out how do you think and feel about it. Ultimately, that brand matters. Ultimately, when you think about yourself and when anybody think about you, they only think about you, the person, and the brand that you, the person, is your name. Remember it. This is how people connect with you. That is how people connect with Pinaki. So my name is Pinaki Ray, but in all my training programs, in all my soft skill sessions, I use Lives Coach Pinaki. Even when I register in these training programs, I register as Life Coach Pinaki as well. I never put my last name, so that it is absolutely clear that who am I, what I am doing. That is my brand. And if you search for Life Coach Pinaki on anywhere, even if you search for Life Coach Pinaki on Google, आपको पता चल जाएगा मैं कहाँ पे हूँ. Okay, so perceptual mapping enables marketers to visualize how their target customers perceive, that is, think and feel about their brand. It also helps them determine their customers' views of similar products available in the market. In fact, I also use it when I'm talking about promoting myself or positioning myself as a coach. I'm also doing exactly the same thing. I'm also using the same technique to visualize how my target customers perceive, right? Like think and feel about me. And who is this me? This me is Life Coach Pinaki. So how they think and feel about Life Coach Pinaki. It also helps me determine my customers' views of similar products available in the market. So there are many people who are into life coaching. There are many people who are into some kind of coaching business today. However, this is the opportunity for many people who are there in the market. तो मेरे लिए भी वो एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है. मुझे भी देखना पड़ता है कि लोगों के, दूसरों के बारे में उनका व्यूज क्या है और वहां पे मैं अपने आप को कैसे पिच कर सकता हूँ एज ए लाइफ कोच पिनाकी, एज अ ब्रांड. Okay, so this is fundamentally or historically perceptual mapping is all about. Now let us look at a real life example. Okay, all of you are interested? Real life example. चलो एक market हम लेते हैं, and this is a map. So it is all about putting something on a quadrant and then figure out what people are doing or how your customers are behaving, how they're thinking, how they're talking about your brand, how they're feeling about your brand. So we are picking up this. How many of you are aware of this or have ever heard about this? Or about seen this? Now, what is your perception about sugar?
It is sweet, it adds taste. It's
Yeah.
it's linked to festivities.
Okay.
Has
Look at the parameters which
So
are
it has,
okay.
I know.
And I would
So
request
sorry.
all of you to share your points. Okay, type mat kijiye, boliye. Because when you type it, it never gets recorded. But when you say, it gets recorded. So when you review this video, आपको अपना आवाज भी सुनाई देती है. And you discover that what you said, how you said, what kind of intention you had that point of time, what kind of feeling you had that point of time. You can actually connect to those dots which you cannot connect right now. So if we consider health and if we consider taste, what comes to your mind when you see this picture?
It's dreadful what comes. Because it's tasty, but it's not healthy.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, Punam can also invite your daughter. उसको पूछो चीनी का नाम सुनते ही उसके दिमाग में क्या आता है?
She's saying nobody is welcoming me.
Okay.
Kushi, what
Yeah.
do you mind of this sugar? What comes in your mind when you see sugar? Tasty.
Good. Yes. So Punam, what is your perception about sugar
Less
as far
healthy.
as health and taste is concerned?
Less healthy.
Less healthy. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Good. So Romil, what is your perception about sugar as far as health and taste is concerned?
Uh, According to test, it's good, but for health, it's less healthy.
It's less healthy. Okay. So now what happened when people started focusing on this? A new industry came up, and this is this new industry. It's a new market, and this is all about sugar substitutes. Okay, we all know about it. Now in these sugar substitutes, we have three quadrants. One is less healthy, less tasty. Then we have less tasty, more healthy, and we have more healthy and more tasty. So here comes a chemical called aspartame. Many of you might have seen this at least 10 years, 15 years ago. These products came in the market in the year 2010 for the first time. But at that time, it was not legalized. You know, जो FSSAI hai, they do not allow selling these products in Indian market. They said these are chemicals, they are not good for health. But they were widely sold in other markets. So in 2015, FSSAI gave the license that yes, these are safe, you can sell it in the Indian market now. So till up to 2015, these were the main products available in the market. Then it continued for another 3 to 5 years, the same products, the aspartame. But aspartame के चलते एक और नया chemical market में आया, which is erythritol. Now, probably you haven't heard about it, but it had its own market. But this is less tasty, but it is healthier than aspartame. They actually first time came up with this concept of zero calorie. So it's a zero calorie sweetener. See how the market perception is transforming. People wanted a healthy alternative to sweets. So came the sweetener industry started growing up. The sugar substitutes came. Jaggery bhi hai. Jaggery is also there, good, which is also there, which is obviously a better version of sugar. However, this jaggery still also has its own calorie value. वो भी कुछ कम नहीं है लेकिन उसका भी है. So low calorie concept came with aspartame. This was eventually followed by erythritol.
Oh. Mhm.
But again, that is also chemical. 2019 onwards, a new kind of product started coming in, which are stevia. Now, stevia is a organic product. It's a natural product. And when stevia came, these are the brands which started showing up. One of them is India, one of them is Organic India. Organic India is a Tata brand. They started showing up. What actually happened is they started giving competition to aspartame. यहाँ से हमारा गेम शुरू होता है. Understand this. So there was a market which was going up and people started focusing on healthy alternatives. Less tasty भी चलेगा. Stevia ने आके क्या किया? It created a new market which is not only healthy but tasty. At the same time, it is also a zero calorie product. Aspartame is a low calorie product. Stevia is a zero calorie product. And it's natural. So naturally, it gave a stiff competition to aspartame. So they started studying the perception about sugar substitutes in the market. Eventually, another kind of sugar came in the market. Between sugar and aspartame and stevia, इसके बीच में एक आगे आया है, which is they called brown sugar. Or before brown sugar, another kind of sugar came, which they called, उसका एक particular नाम है, कुछ something free. Can you remember what is that free? It's a this free sugar. What is that free sugar? Can you remember? That reduce the calorie value of sugar. What is that free? Very famous. In fact, all branded sugar, they actually promote that brand. That it is this particular free sugar.
Aspartame free?
No, aspartame is a different product. I'm talking about sugar, direct sugar. Why I'm asking you? Because I want you to remember it.
Yeah, it's there.
What is that sugar?
Ethanol free sugar? नहीं.
बहुत popular है. Almost all brands have this particular type of sugar. थोड़ा सा सोचना पड़ेगा. So that is what all these companies are playing with you and me. They are studying our perceptions. थोड़ा सा सोचिए और मिल जाएगा, अभी मिल जाएगा.
Sugar free? That's not it, I know.
Yeah.
Sweetener, sugar substitute, no. See,
No, they are not sugar substitutes. They are a better version of sugar.
it's very difficult. They can't. One
Sulfurless sugar.
sulfurless, yes. Sulfurless sugar. It's the catch. It has got the market, huh?
Exactly. So sulfurless sugar had a big time during when aspartame was there, when aspartame came in. क्योंकि जिनको शुगर बेचना था वो शुगर बेच नहीं पा रहे थे, so they created this sulfurless sugar or sulfur free sugar. Some came up with sulfurless and some came up with sulfur free.
Uh-huh.
This was followed by brown sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, so eventually what happened? A new market evolved, which is a stevia oriented market. Natural sugar substitutes, which are healthy and which are tasty as well. So that created a new competition for both these brands, equal and sugar free.
Yeah.
Now, what happened over last couple of years, precisely post COVID, what happened? This market started going up. Some more new brands came into the market. आप शायद देखे होंगे ये सब brands.
Yes. Yes. There's also something called monk fruit, which is there.
And then eventually what happened? Both equal and sugar free, they had to came up with their natural versions of stevia.
Okay.
Now, let us connect it with our relationships. How we can connect it with our relationships? You know, we also have people. We can also classify people in these 4 quadrants. Less sweet, less healthy, followed by highly tasty, highly healthy, or more sweet, more healthy, followed by more healthy, less tasty, followed by less healthy, more tasty.
Mm.
Now imagine, can you actually imagine there are similar people in your life? There are people who are really sweet. They talk very sweetly.
Like
And
Pinaki.
उनके साथ relationship maintain करना भी आपके लिए healthy है. Then there are people who maintain good healthy relationship, but they are not good at talking. है ना, वो कुछ भी आपको बोल देते हैं, कैसे भी बोल देते हैं. Sometimes we say as soft skill trainers, it's not what you say, but it's all how you say. They're good people. They are adding healthy, they are maintaining healthy relationship with you. They love to maintain healthy relationship with you. However, at the same time, they are outspoken. They speak straight sometimes. सीधी सीधी बात करते हैं, कुछ छुपा के या कुछ क्रीम लगा के बात नहीं करते हैं, आइसिंग लगा के बात नहीं करते हैं. They just say straight. So there are some people like them also. Then there are some people, so they are like less tasty but more healthy. And then there's a group of people who are less healthy and less tasty.
Toxic people.
You know? I'm not using the word toxic. So it is your job to find out. See, this is exactly where you can apply this model, perceptual mapping model. You figure out who are those people जिनके साथ आपको strong relationship maintain करके रखना है.
Yeah.
And obviously those people are on the right side of this quadrant. Either they are less tasty, more healthy, or they are more tasty, more healthy. But if they are less healthy, even if they are more tasty, they are going to ruin your life. And if they are less healthy and less tasty, फिर तो गए आप. आपको पता तक नहीं चलेगा वो कैसे आपको बर्बाद कर रहा है. So perceptual mapping is a very powerful model to evaluate relationships. Okay, now this is also something that you can apply on yourself as well. You need to figure out कि आप इस चारों क्वाड्रेंट में आप कहाँ पे हो. What kind of person you are. You also need to figure it out. Many a times क्या होता है हमें पता नहीं चलता. And always remember, people always look for people on the right hand side. And ultimately the relationship has to be healthy. Whether it is of more taste or less taste, not important. What is important is the health of that relationship. Whether that relationship is a strong, trustworthy, profitable, long-term one or not. If not, but if that relationship is important for me, then I need to apply these principles to reach there, to make it like that. If not, so you also need to figure it out. And the most important relationship that you need to figure it out using this model is what relationship you maintain with yourself. What relationship you maintain with yourself. It is something that you really need to ask tonight. And uske saath saath, the activity which I do with this when I share this is I ask people to actually write it down. If whatever you think the relationship you maintain with yourself, actually write it down, the points which proves that this is the relationship you maintain with yourself. At least 3 to 5 points
What
in
do you
favor of.
mean? What do you mean by maintaining relation with oneself? Is it searching for the qualities which one has?
Not necessarily. Quality is just part of it. See, the whole point is that the relationship that you are maintaining with yourself, is it sweet and healthy or not? Period.
Can you please
So,
elaborate that a
yeah, so
little
you
bit?
figure out how you deal with yourself. You take out any situation and discover how you deal with yourself. Let me tell you, most ladies, the relationship that they maintain with themselves, most ladies, is less healthy and less tasty. They contribute that life for everybody else in the family. They look after themselves the least. उनको लगता है कि मैं अपने साथ प्यार कर रही हूँ. I maintain a good healthy relationship with myself. But that's not true. When you are doing everything for others by putting yourself at the cost, you are not doing justice. पहली बात तो ये है कि because अगर आपको पता है कि आपका फैमिली आपके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है, if you're very clear that my family is dependent on me, your first activity, first responsibility is to ensure that you are strong enough to take care. You are strong enough to maintain, to be the backbone, to stay as the backbone of your family. But most ladies, particularly most married ladies in India, they don't do that. They maintain a very poor relationship with themselves. उसमें ना taste है ना health है. It is such
Pinaki,
a responsibility.
Pinaki, but you cannot be sweetie and goody with yourself all the time.
No, don't ask me whether you can be that way or not. It is your choice whether you want to be that way or not. I'm not talking
But
about can.
should
Capability
we
is
be that way? But should we be that? Will that be correct
there
every
are
time?
many people who doing it. जिनको पता है कि मैं इस फैमिली का बैकबोन हूँ और मुझे खड़ा रहना पड़ेगा या मुझे खड़ी
Sounds
रहनी
very
पड़ेगी.
unreal.
They are doing it.
Sometimes if you make a mistake, that time
I'm not talking. See, Debbie, the biggest
you
mistake
have
that
to.
you do is you talk about you. Don't use the word you. Only use I. लोग क्या करते हैं उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है. मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ उससे
Okay.
मतलब.
So I'm just taking an example. Tomorrow, if I create a blunder, okay, whatever towards myself, my family, whatever. At that point, I'm not going to just tell myself, "Oh, Debbie, it's okay. You could have done better, but you faltered. Fine." So I cannot be
See,
that docile also. No? I will have to be angry on myself. I will have to be a little what you say firm on.
not necessarily. See, that is the point what I'm talking about. How you are dealing with yourself. How
So
you are
even
dealing with yourself.
in the most negative situation experience of your
That
life,
is
or
according to you. It's a most negative situation. The point is how you are dealing with that situation is purely up to you. It is impacting you. Whether it is impacting somebody else or not, that really doesn't matter. What matters is how it is impacting you and are you ready to take that shit on. If you're ready to take that shit, okay, go ahead and take it.
And if
However,
we are
if you're
not
not,
capable,
start working on it. Capability की कोई कमी नहीं है देवी, it's only intention की कमी है. कहीं पे किसी का capability का कोई कमी नहीं होता.
emotions come in the way now.
हाँ, so that is not a capability issue. That's a
Yeah.
willingness issue. Whether I will do it or not.
Yes.
It's not a question of whether can I do it or not. I'm not talking about the can capability. I'm talking about the willingness.
Emotions don't allow you to.
Emotions अपनी जगह पे, you don't allow yourself. Emotion कुछ नहीं कर रहा. Emotion का क्या करना? Emotion is just a
Yeah.
feeling. What you are doing, how you are getting impacted by that emotion it is up to you. Emotion को क्या करेगा? Emotion को, it is not even an object or it is animated something which can do something on you. Emotions कुछ नहीं करते, आप ही करते हो. आप उस emotion के साथ कैसे deal करो वो आपकी दुनिया है.
So you mean to say we are giving undue importance to the
I'm not talking about
emotions?
we, it is about I. How
I
do you
mean,
know
I
that
am
it
giving,
is like that?
I am giving undue importance to the emotions.
Yes, of course. कोई शक?
5 minutes. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely not. I know it, but
Yeah.
I'm not able to deal with it.
You are
Because-
dealing with it. Who said you are not dealing? You are not able to
See,
deal with
I'll tell you very frankly. Yeah, I mean, you know my background. Means मेरा ऐसा है कि I prioritize emotions the most in my life.
Everybody does that. ऐसा कौन है जो इमोशन को प्रायोरिटाइज नहीं करता?
नहीं करते हैं ना, इसीलिए they can
हर
move
कोई
on.
हर कोई डेबी हर कोई
इसीलिए
अपने
they
अपने
can move
इमोशन को
on.
प्रायोरिटाइज करता
इसीलिए they can take such harsh decisions of life and which I'm not able to
है.
take.
Everybody takes whatever decision they want to take based on their state of emotion at that point of time. Whichever
अच्छा.
emotions they are giving importance to or priority to, they are taking actions based on that.
Oh, that is a great insight that you've given.
It's
I've never
always.
thought from that. I've never thought from that angle, but that's really going to help
Every
me
action
now.
that you take is an outcome of your emotion only. उस वक्त आप कौन से
Yeah,
emotion को
excellent.
priority दे रहे हो, importance दे रहे हो, that is
This
going
is
to
the
decide your
tagline.
behavior and that is going to decide your actions. It is
Never
always.
thought about it. Yeah, never thought about it because I just keep thinking, अरे मेरे को ऐसा नहीं मेरे को, but दूसरा आदमी क्या सोच रहा है वो अपने बारे में, that I have never, and probably that is where I'm going wrong. Yes, you're right. You pointed out a very great.
Every action
I'll-
that
I'll
you and I
rework.
take is preceded by a behavior and that behavior is preceded by our emotion.
Thank you so much, Pinaki. It's really going to help me. That's all I know now.
Yeah. We can't hear you, ma'am. Mangala ma'am, we can't hear you.
Emotions are based on emotions. Emotion is the base of all relations. By emotions, I mean feelings. That is the base of human relations, and where we act, their rationality comes in. Comes in the sense it dominates.
Emotion and feeling are not the same. Emotions are outcomes of your feelings.
Certainly, certainly. But you
Then-
can't have human relations if you don't have feelings.
Feelings are always there. Every word that you are speaking out comes with a feeling. हर शब्द का एक feeling. That is how the words are stored in your brain. Every word that you and I use in our communication is stored in our brain as a feeling only. It's an experience. So every time we use that word in our communication, we bring the feeling of that word into the communication, into the conversation. I have shared this example many times when I deal with people who are going through depression, anxiety. मैं उनको बोलता हूँ आप अपनी कहानी सुनाओ. Just tell me what you are going through. Just tell me what is happening. And the moment they start using these words, I am going through this depression for such a long time or having this stress, I just tell them, just replace this word. You say the same thing without using this word. That's what I do. I tell them that I'm not an expert in any of this, but I'm expert in how to get free from it. If you want to get free from a depression, worries, anxieties, I can help you that. If you really want to get free from them. And the easiest and most effective way, I'm not only saying that it might work, it always works. The easiest and most effective way is not to use those words in your communication.
Which words? Words of sadness.
Words which are weak negative words. You replace all weak negative words. Say the same thing without using those words. This is what I'm talking about, the relationship with yourself. When you are using strong positive words, what you are actually doing, you are speaking or you are maintaining sweetness with yourself. And that adds to your health. So when I'm talking about more sweet and more healthy, the sweetness will come based on the words that you are using in your communication. And you cannot not communicate. You are always communicating. Even when you are silent, you are communicating. You are talking to yourself. You observe the kind of words that you are using to communicate with yourself.
So I have a question here.
Hmm.
Mangala ma'am talked about rationality. So now rationality and emotions, okay, whatever, emotions which are rising out of feelings.
Hmm.
Two very contrast things. Now, so if I have to be sweet with myself, okay, then somewhere, then what should I do? Should I prioritize rationality over feelings to be
Replace the
able
word rationality. Say the
with
same thing without using the word rationality.
replace the word rationality with
I don't know. You imagine that word does not exist. Now, how will you share that?
practicality?
Okay, chalo,
Practicality.
ठीक है.
So, एक तो है, see now today I am in this state because of my feelings and because my feelings are overriding everything else. My, what you say, practicality. I mean, my practical way of thinking is
Okay.
what you say, subdued. My feelings are overpowering, right?
Replace
My,
these words, subdued and overpowering.
my God, now
The same
replace
thing
with
without
what?
using these words.
Yeah, he makes, but he'll get out the best of you.
So basically, but I'm not able to do that. Means as a person only, I like prioritizing feelings over practical thinking.
This is the default way of living life. हर व्यक्ति के साथ यही होता है. You are not anything.
तो ये
You are not
गलत है,
talking
तो ये
anything.
गलत है, तो ये हम लोग
गलत नहीं,
गलत कर
ऐसा
रहे
ही
हैं.
है. सब कुछ ऐसा ही है. Action is always preceded by emotion. Emotion is always preceded by feeling. ये गलत नहीं है, प्रोसेस यही है. गलत ये हो सकता है, like even I would say not to use the word गलत, use some other word to replace the word गलत. फिर आप बोलोगे नहीं ये सही नहीं है. So at least now talking about सही.
हाँ. But then what is practicality?
The
What is
process is this.
practical way of thinking?
This is the process. The process is this. Process, it will follow, it follows the same process. It will follow
So
the feeling
that is
part.
how we humans are designed. ये process ऐसे ही
I
चलता
don't know
रहेगा.
whether we human beings are designed or not. At least you are designed that way.
I am designed. Yeah, I am designed for sure.
Now you know where the design is. You know where to make the change. And the starting point is the words that you are speaking of.
पर मैं करना नहीं चाह रही हूँ. क्यों? ये उसका आंसर मेरे
वो
पास
भी
नहीं
आप ही
है.
का choice है ना. You are feeling that I don't want this. Whatever that feeling is, and that is getting translated into emotion. Emotion is getting translated into action.
But I am in the process of discovering my answer to this question, and I'm not able to get. I'm not getting my answer to this question.
You are
कि मैं
getting the
क्यों नहीं
answer. The
करना
only
चाह
thing
रही.
is you are getting the answer. The only thing is you are not willing to follow it.
I'm not.
Willingness. You are not willing to follow it.
But
आपको पता
why?
सब कुछ है कि क्या सही है.
But क्यों? इसी का जवाब नहीं है मेरे पास. क्यों?
आप पूछो अपने आप. You write. Take a piece of paper and a pen and write. It's it. You need to
मिलेगा
write
how?
it down. See, unless you write it down, you will never know.
I will
तो
get my
जवाब
answer.
मेरे पास है ही
But
नहीं.
you're sure I will get my answer if I write it down?
आपका जवाब आपके पास ही है. Only you know. How do I know? How do someone else will know? It's all about your thoughts, your emotions. आपको ही पता
I
है.
think I already now while speaking to you, I got my answer. Thanks for that again. I got my answer.
आपको
आपसे
ही
बात
पता है.
करते करते.
You know, I was having a session a couple of days back where I was talking about, I was telling that person that every question that you ask, you already know the answer. The only thing is you cannot remember that what the answer is. You may not be able to connect the dots. Because you can ask a question about something only when you know about it. You cannot ask a question about something which you don't know about.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Makes sense.
if you ask me that, how do I know the difference between a cat and a dog? That means at least you have heard these two words.
Yes.
If you haven't heard about the word cat, you will never ask this question. How can I compare a cat with a
Yes,
dog?
yes. That's a good example.
So every question that you ask, this is according to neuro-linguistic programming. It is not what Pinaki is saying. NLP says that every question that you ask, you already have the answer to it. The only difference is that you
Huh.
are not able to connect the dot with that answer. That's it. A coach only
Yes.
helps you to connect the dot. And the moment you get the answer up, you got the answer, what you're looking for.
So what is the
I
use
got the
of a
answer.
dictionary then, which
Pardon,
teaches
ma'am?
you new words?
Ma'am, okay, let me ask this question to all of you and let me get an answer. Okay. The question is, what is a question?
It's an expression of curiosity for information.
Okay. Somebody else, what a question is all about? What is a question?
I can't frame
Now,
it
there are
properly,
8
but
billion people in this
just
planet.
what you say.
There are 8 billion people in this planet. And there are 8 billion
Eight?
definitions of this word called question.
Yeah. Inquisitiveness.
Yeah. So there are
Went
8
through
billion questions, 8
inquisitiveness.
billion answers. If you ask everybody what a question is, you will get 8 billion answers. Why? Because that is how it is stored inside your brain. उसका डिक्शनरी मीनिंग कुछ भी हो. Dictionary meaning is just a meaning. What you, the information that you store in your brain is your feeling about that word, your interpretation about that word, and it is always a feeling. Because every word that you and I have learned is backed by at least one event, followed by repetition of similar events at least 10 to 15 times. That's how we learned each and every word. So every word that you know is backed by a story, backed by an event. Okay. Chalo. The whole thing is that you follow this model and see what is possible. All right.
Yeah. Thank
Good.
you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Came 5 minutes back, and I just didn't want to miss, so I.
Good to see you, Vinal. So I'll share the recordings as soon as it is available and go through that recording and you'll see what is possible.
Sure, sir.
Every marketing model is designed by human brains only. And the purpose of every marketing model is only one: how to create a strong, trustworthy, profitable, long-term relationship with my customers.
Pinaki,
एक ही
I just
मतलब.
have one question. I have been tagged as a tell me why. So people just tease me saying, अरे यार इसके तो questions चालू हो गए. She just like questions पे questions, सवाल पे सवाल. Like I keep harassing you also. तो ऐसा क्यों होता है कि some people like me keep asking a lot, जो inquisitiveness ज्यादा रहता है. Is that a problem with me? I want to ask कुछ
No,
No.
you're very
abnormality
normal.
है.
You're very normal. Don't worry.
But they keep teasing me, a
And
lot.
that
अरे
is
इसका
just
अभी
for
चालू
friends
हो
to
गया.
pull your leg.
वो उनका
Do
प्रॉब्लम
you
है.
believe these people who pull your leg?
वो उनका प्रॉब्लम है. See, the point is the way they are behaving. आपने उसका एक definition दे दिया, teasing.
मुझे लगा कि they are terming me as like a very anxious person.
हाँ,
She
so
has
आपने
too
उसका
many.
भी एक definition दे दिया, terming. These are all you are giving the definition. They are teasing you, they are
पर
terming
वो
you.
मुझे चिढ़ाते हैं ना, तो I feel कि मेरे में कुछ
वो
abnormality है
चिढ़ाते
कि
नहीं है,
क्या.
वो बोलते हैं, आप अपने आप को चिढ़ाते हो.
अच्छा. So I
If
should
it
not
is
take it
happening
that
in a movie, मान
seriously.
के चलिए you are watching a movie, the same people are in the movie and they are all looking at the camera and saying the same thing. Can they tease you?
No.
No. So your eyes are just camera.
Oh,
आप
so
उस
you have to
कैमरा से
watch it
देख
like
रहे
a
हो, वैसे
movie.
बिहेव करो. बाकी टीजिंग वीजिंग सब आपका खुद का इंटरप्रिटेशन है.
अच्छा. Thank you.
Okay. Good. So
Pinaki, just one question. Sorry, just one last. Why are you holding that ball in your hand? Sorry.
I
Why
keep
is
on
that?
exercising, blood circulation
Only
maintains.
exercise or I mean, my
It's a
question, see where
smiley
I'm
ball.
coming from. Is it a stress buster?
Oh, yes.
It does.
But I don't
Does
use
it?
the word stress. It is not a stress buster. It's a rejuvenator.
I'll
You only
try
need to
doing it.
focus on the words that you're using in your communication. When you're using the word stress buster, you are bringing that experience into that conversation, and eventually it is impacting the whole physiology. How
But
about
Pinaki, it's a little unreal to not use negative words at all. We are humans, so kabhi kabhi to ho
अरे
jayega.
वी की बात नहीं हो रही है, आप
I'm a
लाइफ की बात
human.
करो.
I'm a
आप
human, so kabhi na kabhi to niklenge hi negative
यू आर
words.
एक्स्ट्रा टेरेस्ट्रियल.
Hmm? Baby.
All right,
What did he
so
say? What did you say the last word?
Please say the better. Mangala
recording
man.
still there.
Yeah, that's a good one. Nice
All
one.
right,
Pinaki.
okay, bye bye. Good
Bye-bye.
night.
Bye.
Good
Make your
night.
life
Thank you.
amazing. That
Thank
is the
you.
only thing that you can give to yourself. Make your life amazing.
Thank you. Much love, Pinaki. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks for the Tuesdays. Lovely, tremendous Tuesdays.
These are actually tremendous teasers. They are very deep, very focused, and
Yes,
the twist
intense.
that I bring in is that makes all the difference.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Vinal. Good night. Good night.
Good to see you, sir.